Welcome back, guys. It's been a long time. I've been supposed to record this video months ago, recapping what has been going on since the Beansie girl has come into the picture. This is my lovely husband, Marviano. Say hello, Marviano.
What's up, guys?
Clap for Marviano in the comments, guys. I think this may be not technically his debut because he's been in videos in the past, but this is him actually willing to sit down with me.
Yeah, I'm a participant today.
So yeah.
I'm a participant. Thank you for having me. I like what you're doing. It's like you call it, a visual diary of what you got going on. You're not really a shy person. You're very reserved. So to see you doing this, I can dig it, and I like it. It's something that you like to do because it's something that you talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad to be here. I'm ready to get into
this recap, honey.
Yeah, our conversation today.
I don't even know where to start. I feel like the last video left off with us supporting my mom with her ringing the bell. I don't remember that date, but I'm assuming it had to be September because I delivered Bean shortly after that. So it had to be September when I delivered. When we did her ring the bell ceremony. So we did that. The following week, we celebrated my sister getting her doctorate. But it's like, is all of this running together?
That was September 13th.
What?
The bell ringing.
Okay. So was the party after that? I don't know, y'all. Everything was running together. I couldn't even tell you. But we continued. I think the further along I progressed, I had to do, 2 appointments per week. One appointment was to check her heart rate and my blood sugar and to monitor her. And then the following appointment was to monitor her and still do ultrasound. So I was getting ultrasound twice a week. So I got a whole bunch of ultrasound pictures because I was getting them twice a week towards the end. And then on, I think, September 26th,
yes, we
went to our Tuesday appointment, and that's the appointment he went with me on because he could only go to Tuesday appointments because Thursday appointments, when they monitored me, he wasn't allowed in the back. So we went to that Tuesday appointment. What was it, 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock appointment. And everything, I felt fine going to the appointment. I felt fine. They said the baby was doing good. So, I didn't think nothing of it. And then all of a sudden, they was like, your pressure is up, so we want you to go to the hospital to monitor your pressure. Now, this is my first baby. When they say go to the hospital, I'm like, they trying to get me to have this baby today. And it was frustrating because we had already scheduled to be induced that following Monday, Sunday night going into Monday, because we had to be to the hospital
by 11:45.
11:45 Sunday night. So I'm just like, y'all, I feel fine. I don't believe that my pressure is up, but they said my pressure was up. And I was like, I feel fine. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I'm not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not about to argue with medical professionals. I don't feel like, I don't have the patience either. I don't like going back and forth with people. So we went to the memorial here in Savannah, and they put me on the little monitor thingy to check my heart rate. Well, not my heart rate, my blood pressure. To check, keep a check on my blood pressure, so that it'll check my blood pressure every 15 minutes. Now, I feel like once I got there, my anxiety was so high that it didn't matter what the blood pressure was reading. It was going to be high anyway because I was anxious.
And that's what I was telling them. First of all, I feel like they was misusing that blood pressure stuff because it just didn't feel like, it didn't look like it was on your arm correctly. I worked in the healthcare field, so I know how to apply a blood pressure cuff. It just didn't look right. So like she said, I don't want to just go back and forth and look like an asshole to the nurses because I mean that's their job. But I also was vocal and like y'all, one, is that the right cuff? Because I feel like they used a bigger one on the past visit. But then I told them, I'm like, she's anxious, so how can that read into? Man, she telling me be nice. Though.
Yeah, because you know I'm really, I don't like to say much, but I get annoyed very easily. I wouldn't say very easily, but when I'm annoyed. So I don't like going back and forth with people because
when she annoyed, she shut down.
Yeah,
she like
I don't
to get quiet.
feel like all of that because I want to put my hand on people. That's why I don't like getting agitated or being annoyed because I don't feel like that. I don't feel like all of that. So yeah, we got to the hospital. They set me on the monitor. Of course, I'm crying because I'm like, I don't want nothing to happen to me. This is my first baby. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's telling me to be okay. It'll be all right. Just calm down. I'm like, how am I supposed to calm down, y'all? Because y'all got me anxious, saying that my pressure up. Okay, how am I supposed to be calm? I can't be calm.
And I mean, for those who may not have been following the story, they was talking about how she was high risk and whatnot. So
yes,
that just kind of added into that part. We want to take the precautions because we don't want nothing to happen to her. But there are other factors and probably on top of blood pressure. Because while she may be fine, she's still we're in the latter part of this pregnancy, so she's already kind of just thinking about what's to come.
How I'm gonna deliver this baby, honey.
April's a overthinker, and she likes to think, so all of that played a part. But yeah, they had her there, and then
we had a cool nurse. What was her name? Was her name Jennifer?
Don't make me laugh. Whoever it was.
I want to say her name was Jennifer. She was really nice. She came in there talking to us, reassuring us. Also, too, they were saying that they didn't want me to contract preeclampsia. So that's why I really didn't go back and forth with them because I really wanted to go home. But anyways, Jennifer, I want to say that's her name. I feel like, yeah, because we call her Jenny. Nurse Jenny, remember? Is it?
Okay, baby.
No, you know what I'm thinking about? Nurse Jenny was from the doctor's office. The lady that had signed your paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what that girl name was.
Okay,
Dang, anyways. Her name, she was nice. I don't remember her name. So she was in there reassuring us that everything was going to be okay. There was no need to worry. And then my doctor came in. I love my doctor. I really do. She was really cool. She was really nice, really down to earth. Very, how you say it? Well spoken.
Articulate.
Lot of babies under her belt.
Yeah,
she was a black woman. That was a plus.
Yeah, shout out Dr. Reddy. She really was one that, spoke to you, not just speaking at you on what needs to happen, but she actually was talking with us. And she talked about how she goes to the Beansie girl. Very, very down to earth now. Very down to earth. But she very professional. And they was basically telling her, yeah, so let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it was like, come on, we about to get you admitted. So I'm sitting there looking at Matt with tears forming in my eyes. He was like, don't cry. I'm like, admitted? What is you talking about? Like, no, I'm going to work.
Cause mind you, again, it was supposed to be just a regular date. This was a checkup. This is what 37 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it was 37 weeks.
So
37 and 4 or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, we knew it was coming, but we literally
like we said,
to go back to work.
I was planning on being on. I had done told my job and everything that Friday was Friday that week was going to be my last day because we were supposed to get induced Monday. Yeah. So that Tuesday, and the lady was like, "Yeah, we just gonna go ahead and have this baby now since we was gonna induce you anyway." I'm like, "Hold on, girl.
That's so many days.
I'm not prepared for that. When I didn't have
the first baby,
one thing packed. You hear me? No bags packed.
Let me tell you.
Nothing ready to go.
Let me tell you this part of the story. So yes, they saying this. Let's go ahead and deliver. April was like, I don't want to stay. Like, I want to go home real quick and come back. So they advised against it. Naturally, because you don't know what could happen between here and home and back again. Painting this picture like she was in dire straits. So still made a decision. Again, we ain't had nothing prepared. Like, let's sign this paper really against medical advice and let's be out. So did that. We made the quickest stop to Walmart. Packed up on everything, like one-stop shop, got toiletries, pajamas, snacks, just everything that we felt like we would need.
Because we didn't have nothing, y'all. Because our plan was to go and get the stuff for the bags.
That was our mess up.
Thursday or Friday, because again we thought we was gonna get induced the next week. And
some of you parents who had kids, some of you that had the last minute pack, y'all know what we talk about. But yeah, we did that. Went to the house, got us something to eat.
Showered.
Yeah,
we both took showers because I was like, y'all,
we really about to go and have this baby.
That was insane. So once we did all of that and we got back, soon as I walked to the maternity ward and they opened the door, they was like, "Oh, you came back."
Talking mad shit, man.
I'm like, I told y'all I was coming back. What, you thought I was lying? I told y'all I was coming back. They was like, "We're glad you came back."
Wow, because that's how adamant she was. I'm about to leave.
I'm like, I told y'all I was coming back tonight. I asked y'all could I leave so I could come back tonight because I needed to get my bags.
They probably never heard that before.
I guess, but I wasn't lying. And they got us checked in and everything. So that night was basically us getting situated because we didn't get back probably until like after, it had to be after 5 or 6, I feel like. Because we stayed at the hospital so long with them monitoring us that they just got away from us. So we didn't get back till like 5 or 6 o'clock. And it was like a nurse shift change and stuff like that. But it was a big delivery room that they put me in.
Nice ass delivery room. I think we had the biggest one on that floor. Like,
yeah,
and the couch, just nice closet space. It was a great room.
Yeah, and then that's when we had to make the calls to the families because everything went so fast. And I was like, I don't want to send them no text, but y'all didn't put me in the hospital, y'all. So that's when we had to make calls. It's like, y'all having her tonight? I'm like, no. We're not having it tonight. They said they was gonna start the medicine. Start the medicine that night, I feel like. Well, in the middle of the night. So that night was very much chill, setting up my IV, the monitor on her and my blood pressure. That next day, in between the night, is when stuff got real. Real. Wednesday was like, the day went by fast, but it was just so much happening. So much happening in that day. I had to get Pitocin. Well, they didn't start the Pitocin until that night. I feel like. Well, let me rewind. Because didn't they give me that Foley? Didn't they give me that Foley Wednesday? I
thought they gave that to you on like 27th.
That night?
We got there the 26th. So
I know.
that first night, like you said, was obvious. So the 27th.
So when did I get that Foley in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Going into the 27th?
No, going into the 28th.
Oh.
Because she was born on the 28th.
I know.
You ain't had that thing in like.
You're right. But I was walking around, so I didn't have my epidural yet.
Nah, the epidural came around the late 27th too. Cause I remember it was nighttime and they was doing it.
That's what I'm saying. So I had to get the Foley
Remind
Wednesday
me
night.
what the Foley was again?
The balloon with the saline in it.
That was that 27th night. Yeah.
The 26th night. Because I was walking around with the saline, remember? Because it fell out when I went to the bathroom.
And that was the 27th that it fell out?
No.
That was 28th. So you had it from the 26th to the 28th?
I don't know, y'all. I really should have documented it. But it was just so much going on. So I know first I got the Foley. Before I got anything else, before I got any medication, they put a Foley balloon in me. They put the balloon in. It was deflated. So they inserted it and then they filled it with saline solution so that it could basically, my uterus could contract to open. And what the nurse did was, I think it hurt y'all. What the nurse, it was the night of the 27th. It was the night of the 27th. What the lady did was, after they put it up there and they did all that stuff, because I think my water had broke that night too. She tied the end of the thing to my leg, which was basically causing it to, how you say it? It was basically pulling.
The gravity was pulling it down.
That thing was so uncomfortable. I was like, I am so ready for this thing to fall out. But it wasn't going to fall out until I got to like 3 centimeters or something like that. So once they did that and it fell out when I went to the bathroom, then we had to get the people to come and give me the epidural. That took a long time. I think it was a student, or however you say it, intern, whatever.
Memorial,
it is.
I understand that y'all got to teach these young new doctors.
Memorial is a teaching hospital.
I understand it's a university institution of learning. However, there are certain situations I just really feel like.
Well, they got to learn if it's going to be their job. So they came and gave me my epidural. Like I said, that took a long time. Oh, there go Beansie.
Keep talking.
Oh, it took a long time for it to get placed. But once they placed it, it was cool. I mean, I didn't really feel no pain from them placing it, so it wasn't too bad. After they gave me that, it was a like this cushion pillow thing that the lady, the nurse put in between my legs. It looked like a big peanut. That's what it looked like. It was the material of a medicine ball, but it was shaped like a peanut. And she made me lay on my side, and she crossed my legs over it. And that thing had hurt too. I guess the epidural ain't had kicked in yet, but that was hurting. So after that, they gave me Pitocin. My mama and my sister and my sisters-in-law, they stayed up there majority of the 27th. Well, really both days. Because the first night, my father-in-law was there. My husband stayed the whole time. And my sister-in-law was up there. So my mama and my sisters was in the room when I got my epidural. And after I got that is when the lady, did all the stuff with the little medicine ball thing. And then I feel like it was a smooth night. I don't know what transpired between Wednesday night and Thursday morning, But by the time Thursday morning came, I was uncomfortable. When I say uncomfortable, I mean it. Very, very, very much so uncomfortable. I'm assuming that the epidural had done wore off or something. It was like, well, you can press the button every 15 minutes. The button was not working, honey. I pressed that thing every 15 minutes. And it was not working for me. And I just felt like it wasn't excruciating pain, but it was uncomfortable pain. Like it wasn't like so unbearable, like I'm rolling around in the bed, but it was just very agitating, I would say. It was like an agitating feeling, almost like period cramps. Now with me, when my cycle come on, I'm gonna pop an 800 milligram ibuprofen before the cramps come and even get me. I don't want to feel no cramp. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel that. So by the time Thursday morning came, it was like annoying. It was annoying. And I felt like the day was going by so slow. I felt like it was morning so long. And they kept coming in, checking me. They was like, okay, you finally got the 6 centimeters. You got to get the 10, all this stuff. I'm like, y'all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it that long. So after a while, my sister was like, my eyes was rolling in the back of my head. The closer it got for me to push, I was getting irritated. I started throwing up. It was just a whole bunch going on. I started throwing up. They was like, drink some water. I'm like, I can't. All I'm going to do is throw this water up. I can't handle it, y'all.
My baby looked like she going through an exorcist. Other than writhing, like she said, eyes in the back of her head. She, like, inaudible murmurs and just.
Yeah, I was humming and I want to say, I wouldn't say moaning. I would say like groaning, like, because I wasn't hollering anything like that. And my sister, she still be saying, nah, she was like, girl, I ain't never seen nobody like you. You was calling out the name of Jesus. I was like, girl, I can't cuss in front of my mama. Because my mama was in the room the whole time. What I look like? My mom is a woman of God. She is the top soldier in the army of the Lord. I couldn't cuss in front of that lady. All I could do was call on Jesus because he was the only one that was going to be able to help me, honey. Because that epidural felt like it had done wore off by the time, 2 o'clock came.
I don't know if they did it too early or what.
By 2 p.m., the epidural was non-existent, honey. Non-existent. And the nurses kept coming. I could hear the other ladies on the floor having the babies. And the monitor in my room, I guess the nurse never changed the channel. So I could see everybody. One of the monitors, I could see everybody contractions. I guess that's how they use it when they go to the other room to check on their other patients or to keep an eye on their other patients. But I could see everybody else contractions along with mine. Honey, them nurses kept coming in and out that room and checking me. I was like, if y'all check me another time,
yeah, it looked like it hurt.
It's going to be a problem. Seriously. I'm ready to push. And I was like, well, you can't push. I'm like, girl, what you keep coming in here checking on me for? Then the last few times, I was like, please don't come in here no more. Please, until it's time to push. The last time, the time before they started letting me push, that girl came in there. I said, if I got to wait another 15 minutes, I'm going to push this baby out before y'all can get back in here. Because I was tired by then. I was tired. And she was like, well, let me go check and see if your doctor is available. Because my doctor had delivered a set of twins, was delivering a set of twins. And was like, once she finished with that cesarean, delivering those twins, then she would come and hopefully it'll be time for me to deliver Bean. And I'm just like, I know she doing her job, but y'all, I can't wait no longer. All I felt was like pressure. And if I could release that pressure, then I wouldn't be in no more agony. That's what I felt like. because I'm tired. I'm squeezing his hand. I'm still throwing up. Y'all still coming to check me. This is uncomfortable, guys. This is uncomfortable, guys. I don't want to feel like this no more. So the last time she came in, she was like, okay, you at 9. I'm like, girl, 9. What is this pressure then? What are you talking about? She was like, well, you still have a little piece of your cervix. She said that she could feel the baby's head, but she could also still feel a piece of my cervix. I feel like still on the piece of the baby head.
That shit was horrible.
Right. She could still feel the lining. Everything. So again, I'm having to wait again because she was like, if I push and the lining messes up, then it could be really bad. So I'm just like, okay, y'all know how to do y'all job. I don't. So I'm waiting. Then finally, my doctor came in. She was like, you ready to have a baby today? I was like, girl, absolutely. And she was like, okay, it's time. So she started putting her stuff. And she was talking to us like everything normal. I'm just like, girl, I don't want to talk.
And that was that's what got me, because you walked in this shit like it was just another day. Like,
well, I guess it was another day.
And I know it was because you were a doctor, but you about to have a baby today. Like, I'm like, that was that reality. That was when that reality hit. Like, what? Like, you literally saw them going ahead and gowning up and stuff like that. You was in your position.
They put the little table. They took a piece, the end of the bed off, and put the other piece onto the bed. I guess that's the piece to catch the baby child. It was just a lot. And they bought the little incubator. Well, not incubator, the little baby monitor thingy over.
The warmer too.
That. And then she was like, okay, it's time. She was like, oh, your next contraction, I'm going to need you to push. And I'm just like, I've been wanting to get to this moment, but how am I supposed to push, y'all? Because I ain't never did this before.
Push.
So I'm just like, I'm pushing. She was like, we going to stop you and we going to, wait till your next contraction. I feel like I pushed maybe, I'll say 4 or 5 times. What you say?
Somewhere between 5 and 7.
Okay.
It was somewhere between 5 and 7.
He know better than me because I was out of it, honey. I was ready for it
to
be over.
Still in the back of her head, just trying to wait.
And first of all, they put music on.
I did.
He was blasting music the whole day. The morning came, he was playing gospel.
Was. Amen.
Then by the time it got to a little bit afternoon, he started playing, R&B regular music.
Nurse came in and talked about not the switch up. Yes.
Then when it was time to push, they played, what did you play? Beyonce?
Yeah, because again, the doctor.
Our doctor like Beyonce. So he played Beyonce.
Because again, I was playing R&B because she was in discomfort. I didn't want to play nothing like too out of the way. But she come in and talk about, we can't push to this. We need something else. we need something more upbeat. So I, the person I am, me. She like Beyonce. Let's see what type of upbeat Beyonce.
I don't even know what songs was playing.
Crazy in Love was playing. I know that for a fact.
So I pushed the first time. There was like she came down a little bit. So we waited until the next contraction. I knew I heard her. So we had to stop, and it was breathing. Went to my next contraction. Next contraction come, I push him on. And they said, okay, that was a good push. So I'm like, okay, I'm almost done. Then I pushed 2 more times, and it was like a little shaky. But I was getting tired. Then who would have thunk? I mean, of course, but who would have thunk it would have took that much energy out of me to push her out of human? Which in hindsight, duh, girl, you pushing out a human. Duh. So we waited till the next contraction. And when I did that contraction, when I pushed her head, a piece of her head came out. But then I stopped pushing. So it was just like basically her head was like in the birth canal or whatever it's called. And it was like, well, it can't stay there, so you have to, keep pushing. So I pushed again, her head was out. All I could think about is, girl, you gotta push them shoulders out. But I could feel myself pushing, because by the time they put my legs in those stirrups or whatever they call them, I was moving my toes and moving my legs. And even the nurse, she was like, you could feel your legs? I was like, yeah. Because the epidural had done wore off, honey. I told her, I said, girl, I pressed that button a long time ago. Here we are. So after I got her head out, there was like, okay, one more push. And I pushed and she came out, girl. What time, babe? What time was it?
4:22.
4:22? Something, 4 something. But I guess he could tell you how he felt when he seen her coming out. What was your thoughts?
I'm trying to see if I got a actual time on her. The first picture I got of her, it was at 4:49.
It's on the little circle thing.
What circle thing?
Her name card.
You got the date. You don't have the time on this.
Oh, I thought it had that thing on it.
I mean,
it was 4 something.
Yeah, it was. I know we got it written down somewhere. But nah, just when she got stuck, I was trying to encourage her to keep pushing. Like, I need you to push. Like, I know she wasn't having it, but I was trying to exert some of that energy I had into her so she can at least be like, okay, so it's just so you can shut up, something. But it was a surreal feeling just seeing her do that. Yes, I cut the umbilical cord. I don't have a lot of words to say on it. It was just surreal. Like,
I mean, but what was you thinking when you seen her head come out of there?
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean, shit. Like, whoa, this shit. And then April kept thinking that I was gonna like faint or something. So I'm not gonna faint. Like, I'm not that person. But it was something to behold for sure.
That was crazy. In hindsight, I should have. They had offered me a mirror at the foot of my bed.
You ain't want to see.
I should have been like, yeah, let me get that mirror, but I didn't. I was like, y'all, I don't want to see that, y'all. I don't want to see that. And then once I pushed her out, they took her. Hold on, my sister and my mama was in the room when I was pushing too, and I could see, when I'm pushing, I could see that my sister was pushing too. She was holding her breath and pushing behind the doctors. Hilarious. My mama was so nervous that she ain't got no recording. It was supposed to be people on the FaceTime, honey.
The people said we wasn't supposed to record.
She ain't got no recording.
And they was dead ass.
Or nothing. My mama was like, she is not about to break these people rules. But I see people recording their deliveries all the time. That's why I was like, I don't know who made up that rule, but people don't be following that rule.
My sister got mad at me because I told her I'm not about to sit there and record. I'm not that person. My job is one job and one job only. Help this girl deliver this baby into the world. I ain't worried about no camera. I ain't worried about no angles. I ain't worried about.
That's why we ain't got no footage, y'all, because he was not setting up no camera for me. He was not supporting the content journey that he was gonna have to be on. That's why ain't no footage. I got a couple photos that I'm gonna insert from the whole thing. So guys, today is September 26th. and we are being induced. This is not in the plans, but it's 11 o'clock. I just wanted to come in and let y'all know. I'll give y'all an update in the morning. But we are here, we're checked in, IV set up on the monitors, and then in the room. And yeah, I'll check in tomorrow. Amen. So it's the next day. I think it's the 27th. Cervix is still closed. 3 doses of Cytotec. So they're gonna check me probably like 2 hours to see if my cervix is open. And yeah, that's the update I have. They fed me breakfast. It was nasty in there. But yeah, now I'm just mild cramping, I guess. They have me and being on the monitor. She moving around a lot, flipping, feel like. But I mean, she doing all this moving. That means you need to come on out that good. It is. Yeah, that's all that they have for y'all now. It's given very much all day process. I think it's probably a little after 10. I don't know what time it is. Yeah. So I'm just here updating y'all. It's gonna be a long day. It means it's Wednesday. Maybe we'll meet it today. Maybe we'll meet it tomorrow. I just know that I trust and believe in God. God is in control. And I handed over all anxiety, all worry, all nervousness over to Him and let Him have His way during this process. This was not the plan, but we all know that God laughs it out of me. Amen. You sure got a good laugh out of me. Okay? Because I had some plans, honey. And I know He's just chuckling down, probably choking on His feet. Amen. But I'm going to try to, I guess, get some rest or something. I don't know. Sitting here watching TV and TikTok, trying to keep my mind occupied so I won't go on a freaking Google spiral and be looking up stuff that I ain't got no business looking up. So I'll check in with y'all later. Amen. I was over to that point, but I delivered the baby.
Tending to my bride. I wasn't worried about no damn.
I delivered the baby, and then they took her over there. She did started crying when she came out, which was a relief. And she cried literally for probably like 4 seconds.
She did.
And then she was like, "What's next?
Yeah.
Which one of y'all niggas brought me out of here?" And she was straight. I mean, they said she sounded good. It was no, they didn't have no problem doing the suction thing and none of that. So I was grateful for that. But I ended up tearing externally and internally. So my mama was just like, all she could see was them scraping the blood off of the bed, just scraping it into the pans. And she was like, she was getting really worried. She was like, I turned really dark. She was like, she was scared. She thought she was gonna lose me. I felt fine. I was up talking. You know what I'm saying? I was up talking. After I had done pushed her out, I was telling everybody, take the pictures of her over in the thing, because the plan was for me to push her out and then they come and lay her on my chest instead of taking her to the thing. But since I tore, my doctor and her assistant, they sewed me up right then and there. I forgot what she said tore, but she said it was internally and externally. So they did some lidocaine shots, which I could still feel because, like I said, the epidural had to wore off. So I could feel them giving me the lidocaine shots in my private. And at the beginning, I could feel them stitching it up. She actually had somebody else come and help her stitch with her. And I could feel them stitching. And she asked me, she's like, can you feel that? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, why didn't you say anything? We would have gave you more lidocaine. I was just like, I mean, I just assumed lidocaine was working. But what's the point of getting more if y'all gave it to me and I was still feeling the pain? It wasn't excruciating pain, but I could still feel it. You know what I'm saying? But once they did that, I was ready to hold my baby. And that was that, honey. They brought her over there. She was real chill. And ain't nobody told me that the hospitals don't have nurseries no more. So that baby was in the room with me and this man. I was like, wow. Because after we had her, the family, went home. Of course, we did the whole, everybody seeing her for the first time. The rest of my sisters came. My father-in-law came back up there, and my sister-in-laws, they came back up there, see the baby after she was born. But it was just like, after that, they kind of dispersed, and then it was like just me, him, and the baby. And it was just like, wow. We got a whole kid out here in these streets. That's insane. Who would have thought?
What are we gonna do?
Please. And after that, it's like after I pushed out the baby that night, the left side of my body, well, not, I wouldn't say left side of my body, but from like my hip down, was it the left side or the right side? It was the right side, because I remember they had to take the x-ray. The right side down was numb, but I could feel my left side. So I'm like, God, I hope I ain't got no blood clots or nothing like that. So that following day, I told them about it, and they took me down to get an x-ray on my leg, and they said everything had looked good. And they gave me some water pills, and that helped me to release some of the water. But I was scared to use the bathroom. And I think, they said that you have to do your first bowel movement before you're able to go home. But I'm like, I'm scared to push because y'all done told me I tore. So I'm like, how am I supposed to push poop out? I'm scared to use the bathroom. I'm scared to wipe. I had 2 accidents in the hospital. I didn't make it to the bathroom the first time after having her. So it was pee on the floor that I tried to clean up because I didn't want to wake him up because it was like the middle of the night. He was like, what are you doing? Why you just ain't tell me to help you? And I'm just like, I didn't want to be a bother because this is embarrassing. Not me pissing up. Are you kidding me? I'm a lady. So I was just like, how am I to clean this up, y'all? How am I to clean this up? But he got up and he helped me clean that up. And then the second time I made it to the bathroom, but I didn't make it to the toilet. It was just a lot. Even the aftercare, like that Perry bottle, the cooling pads, it was uncomfortable to even sit down because I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't want to sit down the wrong way and then pop a stitch. Like, I don't know how they sewed it up, none of that. So I can't see what's going on down there. So I don't want to mess up nothing. I was scared to wipe, child. It was a lot. It was a lot. All them diapers. Oh, it was a lot. I was nervous. I was really nervous, y'all. But God brought me through that thing. I appreciate the big homie. Because I had a great husband, a great support system. My family came through. And everybody helped us out really well. The hospital stay was, I'll say 4 out of 10.
That was because you was in pain most of it?
No, because they left me in that room.
They was supposed to move
us. We had Bean Thursday. We got to the hospital Tuesday, had her Thursday, left Saturday, and we was in the same room the whole time. I never went to a recovery room.
I mean, okay, but in hindsight,
I never went to the recovery room, and we had to beg somebody to come clean up the room for
that's
after
the
they
part.
had the baby.
That's the
I mean,
part
after I had the baby, which
that I
means
was-
if you open the trash can, all of the lap pads and stuff like that from when I delivered was in the trash can until Friday. Because he had to get somebody to come clean it up. Because they're like, y'all ain't cleaned up the room since we got here. Y'all ain't came in, not saying clean up after us, but y'all ain't came and dumped the trash out or nothing. You see what I'm saying? And this is a delivery room. We supposed to be in a recovery room. I done had the baby. That's what I was annoyed about. But they said that they was full.
They were booked.
So I get it. I understand. Clearly everybody had their baby during the same week. And they did. Because Thursday morning it was 8 boys. Thursday afternoon with me, it was 7 girls. All born around the same time. So it was packed. But, you know, that ain't my job. So, I mean, who am I to say that they should have moved me or not? That ain't my job. But the staff was nice. The nurses was nice. The food was nasty. But the only reason why the food was nasty is because the diet that they had me on. The cafeteria, the hospital cafeteria got good food, but the diet that they had me on, since I was type 2 diabetic, I couldn't have the regular stuff. So I had diabetic food, which is very disgusting. Honey, he had A-Town.
Yeah, but we went to Waffle House too. When we carried something to eat.
Yeah, he bought me Waffle House. That was really good. After I had it, right?
Did you already have that child?
That's what I'm saying. That was after I had her, right? That next morning, Friday morning.
I don't remember.
Because I couldn't eat Wednesday. At a certain time.
Yeah, it was a...
But, I mean, yeah. Then we got home. And our life was forever changed, honey. Got home, I had to figure out everything. I didn't do well at the breastfeeding. That was that. I couldn't do that schedule. Because she wouldn't latch. So the fact that she wouldn't latch means that in order for me to increase my supply, I would have to pump every 2 hours. And that I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. Every 2 hours?
She was blowed.
I was like, I already gotta, focus on this recovery. I'm trying to keep an eye on the baby because I'm like, I ain't never, my sister's got kids, but I never experienced a child in this capacity. This is my child. Like somebody I pushed out, I'm trying to make sure she alive, honey. I'm trying to make sure I don't mess up nothing. So I'm already overthinking, overanalyzing that. On top of, you want me to pull out a breast pump every 2 hours and put them on my nipples? No. And that hurt. Shoot. My nipples was cracking and I was trying to moisturize and they still was hurting. I was like, I don't know how people... Kudos to the breastfeeding mamas out there. I respect y'all. Especially the ones who exclusively pump. Amen. I didn't have it in me. But other than that, after we got home, we had her first little appointment. What's going on? It's been a long time. I got so much to catch y'all up on, honey. Look at that. Ain't no baby in there, y'all. Insane. Today is October 2nd. We are headed to Bean's first doctor's appointment. It's crazy. Welcome to the life. Stay tuned. I thought it was so cute. Her first appointment, it was really cute. Let me rewind. When I was pushing, I actually blew a vessel in my eye because I was pushing so hard. My eye looked really bad. My mom said something about that too. She was like, I was getting real nervous for you, girl. But I think I did pretty well. I think I did pretty decent. But after that, it was just the whole postpartum journey and figuring things out, figuring out this new life. It was a time, honeys. It was a time. The first couple of weeks was cool, but then I had to force myself to sleep because I'm like, I want to stay up and watch her, see what she doing, make sure she breathing. Ooh, it was hard trying to sleep and figure out stuff. On top of that, I'm trying to make sure I'm straight, make sure I ain't busting no stitches. I don't want to get no infection, none of that, like, taking a shower. So I was worried about that. It was just so much. It wasn't so much, but it felt like so much. But I think it probably felt like so much because my mind be going 100 miles per minute.
Transition wasn't as hard as it could have been.
Mm.
I mean, we was able to kind of get Maddie's flow. I ain't gonna say easily, but we knew what it was, and I think what made it a little easier is the fact that it was two of us.
Mm.
Like when she be getting up throughout the night, just those every 2-3 hours, like we did well to rotate who got up, who fed her, changing her, all of that. So yeah, it was an adjustment for sure, but it I don't think we was like drop dead tired, or at least I wasn't. I can't speak for you. But like it wasn't so much as drop dead tired. Yeah, we felt it, but it was cool. And we ain't had to worry about buying a lot.
No, because everybody.
We're still getting gifts.
I was about to say, it's goddamn, she, 4 months?
4 months, we still
the other day, and it's gifts still coming in. So, I mean, I'm very appreciative. We are very blessed to have awesome, people in a village that look out for us, for her. So I'm appreciative of everything. It's just finding places to put all the stuff. That's it.
Because we did good to clean up. Like we had everything ready, and then stuff kept coming in, and then we had to go back in her room.
I was about to say we definitely cleaned up her nursery and got it to where we wanted it. But child, you see that thing, nah, you'll be like, what y'all said y'all cleaned up?
Y'all did what?
So we got to get that cleaned up anyway, because we got to get her sleeping in that crib, because I'm tired of sharing my bed.
Yeah,
she getting bigger.
She's a
getting long.
Baby. She's a bad baby, and I mean, we went through that whole debate as to whether or not, to let her sleep in the bed with us, or, incorporate the bassinet or the crib. April and I are realists to ourselves in most capacities, and we both knew we were already trying to go to that crib every night because we already knew she wasn't gonna be asleep throughout the night. And I mean, hey. Whatever, right? Whatever. But I mean, we did try to do the bassinet, and that was cool for a little while. But we were like, man,
she didn't like the bassinet, so I'm just like, why? What sense does it make for me to get up every 30 minutes because she not sleeping the full way through because she not comfortable?
And I know it's
I ain't got time.
It's gonna be so hard to get them in their own bed later on. Listen, when Maddie, we gonna get her in this crib. And we
planning on working on that next week.
Yeah, she's not going to stay
before she
because she's starting to sleep.
Before she's 6 months.
Because she's starting to sleep through the night. So
yeah,
I think that's really the biggest thing. We wanted to make sure we could just go ahead and tend to her, but she's getting more independent at nighttime. So hopefully we can incorporate that crib more and get her sleeping on her own, because whenever we move again, she's gonna have her own room, and she needs to be able to take full advantage of that. So, yeah.
I mean, it really wasn't us not feeling like, even though we didn't feel like getting up every 2-3 hours. Me personally, I couldn't see her. I need to make sure you was breathing at all times.
Yeah, that's it. Shit.
So I couldn't see. Because we put the bassinet in our room. The crib is in her room. The bassinet is in our room in the corner. But from my bed to the bassinet, it's not far, but I couldn't see her. So I was up anyway, trying to make sure that she was still breathing because I'm just like, I can't handle that. It's easier for me to see if she breathing if she laying next to me. Do I sleep through the night? No.
Yeah.
Do she sleep through the night? Yes. But I'm still making sure I can see her breathing. I don't know.
You ain't sleep through the night, too?
No. Even before we had Bean, even before I got pregnant, I'm always up. It's a couple nights that I get good night's sleep, but like I just don't sleep like that. Like I'm not. If when I go to sleep, I'm asleep because I'm a heavy sleeper. But I could be on my phone or just up staring at the ceiling till 2, 3 in the morning, and be right back up at 5, 6 o'clock. Even on the weekends, on Saturdays, even though I don't get out of the bed until I'm about to cook breakfast or I need to get up and make her a bottle, I'm up 6:30. And she still be asleep. This past Saturday, she slept till like 9:30. Yeah. But I woke up because I'm like, girl, you ain't ate since last night. You need to wake up and eat. But it's just like I'm not super like that.
Madison will wake up when she wants to, but just like I don't know if I feel like she's going through a growth spurt because all she wanted was that pacifier, and she went right back to sleep.
They said it was it should be a growth spurt, so I was like, I guess, but honey child.
So now that
I don't know.
So now that we're because this is a lot, it's not really a blur, but let's talk about the shots.
Oh, her getting her shots.
That's the next most standout.
We went up to her. Was the shot before or after them people had us going to the emergency room for her?
It was after.
So first we went.
Man, yeah, nah.
We went to her was there a 2-month checkup? It was her 2-month checkup, and her doctor said that she heard a gallop when she listened to her heart. And she had a nurse and 2 other doctors come listen, and they said they heard the same thing. So I'm worried because I went to the appointment by myself. I did. Why are you looking like that? I went to the appointment by myself. So I called him, and I'm like, babe, they want me to take her to the emergency room. He like, what? He getting all anxious. I'm just like, just meet me at the emergency room. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just told me to take her over there and have them monitor her. So when we took her over to the emergency room, they took her vital signs and everything like that. But they was like, we don't hear nothing wrong with her. We don't hear no galloping. So I'm just like, okay. So what I'm supposed to do? Y'all the medical professionals. So they set her up. They did the EKG on her and everything. It was like, well, to make it, to put you at ease, they schedule her an appointment with the cardiologist. So I think that was maybe the next week, huh?
Yeah.
The next week we went to the cardiologist visit. Cardiologist did ultrasounds on the heart and, read everything. He was like, her heart looks great.
She's fine.
And it was like the only thing that's open is the little valve or whatever it is that's supposed to be open, like a flap or something like that. That's supposed to be open because it hasn't fully closed yet. But it's normal for babies that age because it's not fully closed. So I'm just like, y'all got me anxious around here, worried, and the girl fine. Anyways,
got me thinking I'm about to do some John Q type. What are you saying? What are you saying?
But after that, we was like, okay, we can rest our nerves. And it was like, she had to come in for her shots. So me, I'm already knowing what I'm about to do.
Cry.
I'm already know what I'm about to do. Because I'm just like, even though I'm okay with getting shots, that don't really bother me. Because even when we went to the emergency room, when I found out I was pregnant and they had to place a IV to draw blood, they stuck me like
a lot of
times. 10, 15 times.
Again, Memorial.
So, I mean, I don't have a problem with getting stuck.
That was the student that did that.
Yeah, she was. But baby, they got to learn somewhere. She was a Georgia Southern student too. I saw her badge. I forgot her name though.
They ain't gonna put you out there like that.
Getting the shots, and they stuck my baby 3 times with big old needles. The needles was big, but I let Matt hold her because I couldn't hold her. I couldn't. If I held her, I'd have been crying. I didn't cry because I was recording. But you could hear me in the background video, like, them needles is big. Them was big needles, and that lady was just sticking her, like, oh my God, dang, you can't even go slow. I was like, oh my gosh, girl, you about to tap the girl thigh. Her thigh but this big. Anyways, she stuck the girl 3 times. She cried each time. Matt's face was smiled up by the end of it. She put the Band-Aids on her. After she put the Band-Aids on her, she was straight. She stopped crying. But that was a lot for me, honey. Then I had to go through everything with the insurance, with my job. Oh, Lord. I had to add her to the medical insurance. And the people was trying to give me a hard time at the doctor's office. So I ended up having to pay out of pocket. And it was like, well, if you pay out of pocket, you can get your insurance to reimburse you. So I'm still waiting on that, honey. That was a month and a half ago. Shoot, I think in 2 weeks, she got to go back to get her 4-month shots for her 4-month checkup. Mm-hmm. But now it's like we're trying to figure out the balance between work for both of us, her in daycare, because she is in daycare, and just us as individuals and parents and husband and wife. Because, I mean, this is new for us. We ain't never had no children before, so we just figuring everything out. And I'm trying to get on this path where I'm loving myself wholeheartedly and doing the necessities so I can make sure that I'm around to watch Madison grow up. So I'm trying to do the right thing as far as like being healthy and stuff like that. I also went to my primary care doctor, and he like, what type 2 diabetes? The type 2 diabetes that I'm taking is insulin for. What is you talking about?
He said he ain't seen it.
No. So I'm not on insulin no more. The last time I took insulin probably was like 4 weeks postpartum. He was like, all you need to do is lose weight.
Don't let me get on my soapbox about them just mislabeling shit to give.
So I'm just like, y'all, this is too much. But I don't know. I gotta go. I go back to him in April to get an update with, blood work and all that stuff. But it's just like it'd be too much to think about. So I'm trying to be more active, even though like the time go by so fast, y'all. I'm up at 6:30, getting us ready for work and daycare. Drop her off, go to work, get off work, pick her up. I might have to go to the grocery store to get dinner. It's like the days be going by so fast, it don't be enough time because I'm like, I want to relax. I want to spend time with my husband but it's just like days go by so goddamn fast. So it's like, it's not enough time in the day. By the time I get home, it's 5:30. Dinner need to be made. I got things with church. Just everything. And now I'm in the process of figuring out a schedule and, really just sticking to a schedule and adding in stuff and taking away stuff, trying to find a happy balance, happy medium for everything. So it's just like, that's what I'm working on this current day. What are you working on?
I'm working on making sure that I continue to provide for my family, however that looks, legally. But however that looks. So,
did you think the postpartum journey was bad or it was?
I mean, you ain't bust out in hysterics for no reason. I mean, and if you cried a lot. You held it to yourself because I didn't see a lot of crying. You would get sad sometimes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't horrible. Trying to do it again.
Do what again?
Kid.
I would honestly say like a year or two. A year minimum.
So 1 to 3 for me. Like that's my window. 1 to 3 years.
Oh, okay.
1 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we already.
I mean,
said
it ain't
one,
gotta happen. It ain't gotta happen right
we
now.
We already said when we was dating it was 3 kids, absolute max.
Yeah, so I can stop at 2.
So if that third one comes, just that's God. But,
yeah.
I mean,
4, pushing it for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are you proud of yourself from the time throughout your pregnancy to right now? Are you proud of how you handled your pregnancy and delivery?
Overall, yes. Will it be things that I change in my next pregnancy? Yes.
I know it's probably a lot, but like about yourself, what did you learn throughout this process?
That I am an overthinker times 1,000. And I overthink so bad that it robs me of just being able to enjoy the experience.
That's beautiful. But I told you that before you got pregnant. We had that conversation a long time ago.
I know, but you saying what I found out. That's
I'm so happy that Madison taught you that. She gave you
with everything.
She made it clear the lesson that Daddy couldn't. Because we talked about that.
Every aspect. I mean, with us, with my friendships, with my family, my friends, like I overthink everything. And I kind of just want to be in the background or want to be in control, that sometimes I just let stuff go instead of handling it, I guess, the proper way, I would say.
But you be getting mad at me when I be like, one thing at a time. Like, I guess, I don't know.
Because that's not how my brain works. My brain don't work one thing at a time.
I know, but I'm trying to help.
Yes, I know. I appreciate that.
I be trying to help you. Like, sheesh. Her 1 year is coming up soon, since we're already at 4 months.
Think about it.
We're already at 4 months. Y'all already know how these
Oh,
Jay,
I just want to cry.
We in February right now, so yeah, we got to start thinking about it.
I mean, thinking about it as far as what?
Like what we gonna?
I already got a Pinterest board and a notes tab on my phone already. I've been thinking about this since she was...
Before she was born?
Before she was even a month. As you can see, there'd be a lot of stuff going on in my mind.